Hey guys, it's Mehdi from Can Auto Performance, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do an oil change on your 4M SQ8 and RSQ8. Now this SQ8 here is currently at 113,500 kilometers, which is roughly 70,500 miles. And the last time I had an oil change was at 105,500 kilometers, which is roughly 65,500 miles. It's recommended to change the oil every 5,000 to 7,000 miles for these vehicles. And so this is the perfect time for us to change the oil today. So the best part about today's oil change is that any one of you can do it at home in your own garage using an oil extractor. Now we'll be extracting the oil from the top of the engine bay, so you do not need to lift your car up at all. So for this oil change, all the tools you'll need are a set of pliers, a flathead screwdriver, a ratchet, a T25 Torx bit, a T30 Torx bit, a torque wrench, 32mm socket, an impact gun. This one isn't necessary, but it just makes the job easier. Your oil for the SQ8 will be using the 5W40 because this is a recommended, and then our oil filter as well. So first we're going to be removing this engine cover. Now the easiest way to do this is by detaching these two clips that are on both sides. You're just going to want to pull it out and then push it down. Same thing with the other side, like so, and then you just lift it up. Next we'll be removing the filter. You'll just need a T25 Torx bit and just loosen it. Next we'll be removing the tubing for the oil fill point from the filter housing. And the easiest way to do this is just to push and then lift up. Okay. Next we'll be removing these pieces from here. So just unclip them from the bottom. Same thing with the other side. And then we'll also unclip these right here. Maybe a bit tight, holy cow. So next we're gonna remove this entire shroud here. So all you'll need is a flathead screwdriver just to push the top here, and then you're gonna lift this up. Next we're gonna just pop out these pins. So you're just gonna use your fingers for the middle section to pull up. Take it out like so. Same thing with the side here. Once you've removed the three tabs, you're just going to take this cover off like so. So we're going to be using our flathead screwdriver to loosen these clamps that are connecting the filter housing to these pipes. So next we're just going to slide this portion out slowly, as so. Make sure it's completely out, and then same thing for the other side. This is just to be safe so that when we remove the entire housing, we don't pull against these pieces. Okay, it's out. Now we're just gonna remove it from these grommets on the left and right side, like so. And then slowly tie it up and pull it out. Next, we're gonna use two clean rags to cover the silicone connector to the turbo inlet to make sure nothing falls in them, as we will be getting a bit dirty, so we want to ensure no debris, no oil, or anything falls into here. So next we're just going to be removing these side panels. So you're just going to pry them up like so. Same thing with the other side. Just going to lift it up. You don't need too much force. All right, next part, we're gonna be removing this entire bar. Now, first things first, we don't recommend detaching this harness. So what we're gonna do is just remove it from this bar up top by using a thin flathead screwdriver, and you're just gonna slowly pry it. Just like that. Next, we're gonna be removing this bar on top. Now it's just 4 T30 screws, and we're just gonna loosen them. Next, we'll be removing the T30 torque screws that are connecting the bar to this paneling right here. So, one. Same thing with the other side. Now we're just gonna remove this bar like so, and we have a lot more room. So we'll be using an oil extractor today, meaning we're gonna be draining the oil from the top by removing this dipstick plug right here. So all you'll need is a pair of pliers. Just grab onto the top and then just pull it up like so. Now just be very careful not to hit any of the tubing around the area because they are very fragile. Next, we're gonna pop the oil cap. You're just gonna turn it slightly. Next, we're gonna fish our oil extractor tubing down the hole where we removed the dipstick plug. And we just wanna make sure that we bottom out. So you're just gonna push it all the way. You might feel a bit of resistance, but keep pushing because you may not have bottomed out. You just wanna make sure. Once you hear the tapping sound, like so, that means you've bottomed out and you're ready to extract the oil. So we're just gonna do a few pumps to have the flow of the oil start. And so just like so. As you can see, the oil has stopped flowing through the tubing. So what we're gonna do next is crack open the oil filter cap using our 32 millimeter socket. So we're just gonna put it on and then just crack it open. Now you're gonna wanna make sure you have multiple rags because it is gonna get a bit dirty and we don't wanna make a mess. So we're just gonna put these rags around this area like so. Move a bit of this wiring. And once we crack this open, we'll be able to drain a bit more oil. Now we can just remove it by hand. Be careful here. All right, now that we took the oil filter cap off, we can drain a bit more. So we're just gonna do a few more pumps. And as you can see, the oil is flowing through the tube again. All right, now that we got the oil filter cap off, we're gonna be replacing this oil filter with our new one. So the first step is we're just gonna pull this one off. Very simple and easy. Next, we're gonna use a small flathead screwdriver to take our old O-ring off. Now the best way to go about this is just to get it in the beginning and slowly go around and just pull that down like so. Now you want to make sure your new O-ring is looped up enough with the oil. So what I do is I just rub my fingers, put it on the new one, and take whatever oil I can, or even in here, whatever oil I can get. But you just want to make sure it is looped up properly so that it does not tear when you put it on. So now we're gonna put the new O-ring onto the oil filter cap. So you're just gonna start off on one side, and you're just gonna go down with your flathead screwdriver all the way. And make sure it's on the same line and you're good. Let's just compare the old oil filter to the new one. This is dirty. It's gonna look the same in about a day. Pop it in, you hear the click, and you're all set. Okay, now that we've drained all the oil, we're gonna remove this tubing, and then we're just gonna use our rag to make sure we don't spill anything. Next, we're gonna put our dipstick plug back into the hole using our pliers. And it's that easy. And then we're gonna put our oil filter cap back on. So first we're just gonna thread it in by hand until it becomes tight, and then we're gonna torque it to spec. So here we have our torque wrench. We've set it to 18 pound-feet or 25 Newton meters, and then we're just gonna put it on with our 32mm socket and torque our oil filter cap to spec. So you're just gonna turn it until you hear that crack, and you're good. Yeah. Next, we're gonna put the metal bar back on. You're just gonna wanna make sure the mounts are pointing up, and then these holes here to connect to this plastic frame is on this side. So you're just gonna put it in here like this, and same thing with the other side. And then we're just gonna put our T30 torque screws back on. Next, we're gonna put our filter housing back on. You're just gonna wanna line it up in the corners. And then you're also gonna wanna see these grommets fit in there, perfect. Same thing with the other side. And then we're just gonna tighten these clamps here. So before we tighten them, we're just gonna make them flush by pulling them up. Now that we've made it flush and there's no gaps, we're just gonna tighten our clamp. These clips that we're holding the sensors back onto our bar. Very simple, just push it back in. Same thing on this side. It's good. Next, we're gonna put our filter back on. Next, we're gonna put our T25 torque screws back on. Thread it by hand first, just so you catch it. Next, we're gonna reattach our oil fill tubing onto the filter housing. We're just gonna go from the top and slide it in like so. And then you're just gonna push this back. Next, we're gonna put our radiator shroud back on. You're just gonna wanna make sure that this section it has a lip on the top and the bottom. You want to make sure it attaches onto this side for both the top and the bottom. So we're just going to lift this up a bit. Just do the same thing for both sides first, and then we will make sure it's clipped on. So the easiest way to make sure the bottom half is caught on, you're just gonna put your hand underneath and just pull it towards you until you feel it. The lip is inside that slit. Good there. And same thing with the other one. Good. Next, we're gonna put the clips that we took off earlier. Just gonna pop them through here. Remember, you're just gonna pull up the middle section before you push it in. And then you push that down. Now we're just gonna reattach our hood latch by clicking this, line it up. It's working perfectly. Now we're gonna put our engine cover back on. We're just gonna line it up. Now that the engine cover is on, we're just gonna put these metal clips. Now we're gonna put these side plastic panels on. Just make sure all of these green mounts line up with the white ones, as they are very fragile. So we just want to be careful and do it slowly. One is in, second one is in. Third one is in. And then we attach the other one as well. So there's a lot of varying information online on how much oil this vehicle takes. You'll see online that it'll say 9.5 to 10 liters. But from our experience for this vehicle on the past oil changes, it takes about 9 liters. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put 8.5, and then we're gonna check our oil levels and see if we need to add any. So 8.5 liters of oil is within the range of how much oil the car needs. So if you put too little, the car will tell you that you can top up to 2 liters of oil. So we're gonna start at 8.5, and then we're gonna check our MMI and see if we need to add any more afterwards. And then the final amount, and we're at 8.5 liters. Now we're just gonna put our oil cap back on. All right, now we're gonna check our oil level on the MMI. So you're gonna go on your home screen and click Vehicle. Then you're gonna swipe to the right, click Settings and Service. Scroll down, click Oil Level, and you see it says oil level is okay, and we're set. So the 8.5 liters that we put in was correct. As we can see, 9 liters would be our max. So we highly recommend you do not put more than the 9 liters to 9.5 that people recommend online, because if it is too much, then you will have to drain the extra amount that you put in. So it's easier to go below it by putting 8.5 and see if you need to put any extra. And that's how easy it is to change your oil on your 4M SQ8 and RSQ8. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button to follow along the maintenance series that we will be doing on our SQ8. Tune in next time.